Hello, this is Paul Palmer, and
Natasha Todorva Cowan. How are you doing today, Paul?
I'm good, Natasha. I thought today we'd start with a little story about Winnie the Pooh.
A
And it,
bedtime story.
sorry,
A bedtime story.
well, it was when I was a child, yes, and
Yeah.
I've told it to my kids, and I don't think it's it has applications in business. So let's start with the story. So Winnie the Pooh goes to Rabbit's house, and he's eating honey. Of course, he's gone down the hall into Rabbit's house, and when you eat honey, what happens to Winnie the Pooh's belly? His belly gets bigger.
Bigger. Oh.
Tries to get back out of Winnie the Pooh, Rabbit's house, and he can't. He's stuck, and he's stuck in Rabbit's entrance to the house.
Poor Winnie the Pooh and poor Rabbit.
Rabbit's stuck inside too. So what does Winnie the Pooh have to do? Well, he's stuck there, and he has to wait and wait and wait until his belly goes down so that he can actually get back out again.
Well, that seems like a rather lengthy but straightforward solution. So we're talking about stuck today, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, so why we get stuck? Well, sometimes our bellies do get full. But I think I mentioned earlier that the way we think, the way we react, the way we do things, the way we behave, in a sense, gets us stuck in patterns of behavior and in this mind body.
Mhm.
So we've got to be aware of how we're doing things and with intention be willing to change ourselves. Because if we're not ready to do it, the world will change us. And we've been in a time of dramatic, fast paced, unpredictable change. And it's still happening, as are the knock on effects.
And it's happening to us rather than us having our own ability to change where we are stuck, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I keep hearing it from everyone that I'm talking to. They keep saying, it's becoming this trite phrase that everything is different. We're not living in the same world. The world is a different place, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think a lot of that comes from people who are still stuck in old ways of doing things. And they're using themselves as this marker for where they need to be rooted
And
and
I think
being
part of the
rooted in.
problem,
Yeah, well, today's body, today's thinking, today's wiring came from what's been happening 6 months ago, 12 months ago, 18 months ago, you know 15 years ago. So we have to confront our reactions and our thinking and our processing, because very often we haven't upgraded it intentionally.
uh-huh. And I think what we're doing at the moment is we're relying on experts and consultants who are basing the recommendations on their experience 10, 20, 30 years ago.
Some are. And the advice might be the right advice. Let's pretend it is, right? We all have areas of our worlds and our lives where we are stuck in something in the past that we have to upgrade. And most often we're not aware of it
Until you explore the psyche.
until you've got someone saying, you're stuck in my doorway. Out with you.
Yeah. I was thinking more along the lines of you're stuck in the paper based system when you should be upgrading your pharmaceutical controls to an electronic quality management system.
That's one form of stuck.
Uh-huh.
Another form of stuck is we're doing things the way we've always done it because we've got the systems and the processes that dictate we do it this way. And it's too painful to change right now. Let's wait until we have to.
That's more common actually. Um, with the rationale behind why we don't do anything. But if we think about somebody like Blockbuster, who didn't do anything about the challenges that they were getting from Netflix, they disappeared.
They did.
And
And Kodak also disappeared.
yeah,
So sometimes we're so stuck that when we need to move, we can't even move because we've gone backwards too far and
yeah.
things have moved ahead of us.
I think unfortunately there are too many companies stuck in the past.
Yeah.
Pharmaceutical companies are notoriously big, lumbering giants that struggle to turn the corner. So they continue the same way that I have to. And I heard the other day that the pipeline that they're looking at is at least 3 years
Yeah.
to to change right back from the raw materials or the API stage through to placing a product on the market. Well, they've got to be um, scheduling and planning for 3 years' time. Well,
Well, anyone who has to put in vast, large, predictable systems is going to face that.
but that's why we ran out.
Yeah.
Somebody needs some flexibility somewhere.
Yeah. And that's why organizations very often want the entrepreneurial thinking because they want that nimbleness, they want the speed, they want the creativity. And then when you put the entrepreneurial mindset into the corporate mindset, it's like oil and water, and they don't know how to work together. And the entrepreneur gets frustrated, and the corporate mindset gets frustrated. And there are better ways to do things. And we can talk about that on our next one.
Yeah. I just want to mention oil and water and oil. Which type of emulsion? It's creams or ointments. But we'll talk about that another time, like you said.
Okay.
Okay, Natasha. It's Paul Palmer and
Natasha Todorovic Cowan is signing out.
talk to you soon.